Good morning, everybody. How's everyone doing? How's everyone's weekend? 4th of July.
Good. What's up, Marco? What about you?
It was great, bro. Are you still out in Texas?
I'm in Arizona right now, driving to San Diego.
Oh, let's go.
Yeah.
Let's go. How's your 4th of July, Suzanne?
Hey, it was good, Marco. Yeah, watched the fireworks, had a barbecue. It was good.
That's awesome. What about you, Jennifer?
It was great. I had a great 4th of July.
Nice.
Nice.
Is
Yeah.
that is that a Columbia jersey?
It is. Yes. Yes, it
Ah,
is.
nice.
Yeah, they play tomorrow, so I'm repping gear all
That's
day
awesome.
today and tomorrow.
Who do they play tomorrow?
Tomorrow they play. Oh my God, who do they play tomorrow? Ay, mi madre. They play Switzerland.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Columbia's getting all the easy teams, huh?
Yeah, okay. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, unfortunately, Mexico lost yesterday.
I know that was a really tough game to watch.
I was.
But they weren't as good as England. So
Yeah. Okay, so let's get going here. So Jake, before I get going, is there anything that you want to go over before I kind of just like start with like the leaderboard and stuff like that?
No,
Any
all
other
good. All good.
okay, but all right, so I'm gonna share the leaderboard for last week. Let me see here. If you guys can see this right here. So I don't know if you guys noticed, but in the Legacy Discord, the win section, there's an AI bot that updates like the basically like the daily like leaderboard. So it'll update it every night at 10 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Now, there's some stuff missing in here because you have to put you have to like you have to when you go and submit like the deal on in the win section in Discord, it has to have the money sign plus obviously like the AP. So the money sign, AP, carrier, and then the the effective date and then the lead type. So if you guys can make sure to just like Jake in this example, 2400 America UL with the money sign. So if it doesn't have the money sign, it won't track it, the AI, the draft date, and then the lead source. So that's the way that it's going to track the data, the wins, the leaderboard. So we would appreciate if everybody, could contribute to just like the win section whenever everybody sells a deal. Honestly, these are really low numbers. Like it was kind of like a good week, but we should be doing way bigger numbers. I know we are doing bigger numbers, but people aren't posting their wins here. So let's have a massive week. Let's go. Let's do double than what we did last week. So number one was Braden at 24,000 AP. Number two, Phoenix at 21,000 384 with eight policies. And then number three would be me. And I only did 12,000, but I posted a couple deals for another agent. So 12,000. And then I know Joseph did 12,000 as well. So congrats to him. Just quick shout outs to some of the new agents. Shout out to Joseph. He last week was his first week. His first deal ever was 1,000 a month. So 12,000 AP, literally like his first deal. So legendary start. He comes from a football background. He just graduated from University of Montana. He played football there. So super excited to have him on here. Now, and it was just off an HIUL lead. So nothing crazy, just dialing, putting it through a wave and getting to work. So The other person I want to shout out is John Selling. So John Selling is super consistent, like is always like setting the pace for the squad. So I know he's probably not in here, but if you guys, if you guys see him in the SD office, just like shout him out because he's so consistent with his even yesterday, he got a deal yesterday. So he's always working on in the off time. He's always like super consistent with his deals. Now, as far as everybody else, um, I want you guys to really like if you're not in the position in the business that you guys want to be in yet, like I want you guys to like really start taking it like more serious. Like you guys have to like really analyze why is it that you guys aren't hitting the numbers that you guys want to hit. This business is very simple. There's only two things that would hinder you from hitting like, the goals that you want to hit or at least being successful in this business, and it's coachability, number one, and the work ethic. That's it. So because if you are coachable, right? Coachability is you have the will for the advice, you're thirsty for the knowledge, coachability, and then number two with coachability, which most people forget, is implementation. It's such a simple concept, so but you have to have the will for the knowledge and then two, implementation. So we want to create an egoless culture, a culture of coachability where, it's super open and everybody can ask each other advice. We have some of the best IUL producers in the whole IUL game. So, and we have a lot of talented people in this group. So like use each other as resources, guys. Like use each other. Like that's what a culture is supposed to be. That's what a group's supposed to be, is to help each other grow, to help each other stay accountable, to help each other continue to push the limits, to continue to like break new boundaries. Like Braden and Kike are setting the pace for like breaking that boundary, and Tony, but there's going to be individuals that are going to go even higher than that, right? So they just like broke that boundary for just like the group, but you guys have to take that responsibility, and I truly believe that somebody can go do double that. Like somebody can go and do way more than that, like consistently. So that's what we're here about. So like if you guys don't stay close to the fire and continue to, learn and develop and ask the right people the right questions and continue to grow through those bottlenecks, then it's just going to be really hard for you guys to grow, right? So, and we want to, cultivate a culture of like high standards, right? We want to cultivate a culture of, you know, high values. Like we're only as strong as our weakest link, right? And as the only IUL agency, we want to make sure that we're really setting the pace, that we're staying at the forefront of everything. And we want to stay as like a tight-knit group. And when they think about legacy, they're like, is that group? That group is elite. Like that group is tight-knit. Like nothing can penetrate them, right? Nothing can really shake them. Like, and they continue to just like push the pace. They're so consistent. They're like, oh, legacy. Like, when are they gonna ever take a day off? Like, when are they ever gonna take a weekend off? Like, when are they gonna stop breaking records? Right. So that's what we're looking to cultivate. We have a lot of new faces here, so I'm very excited. We have, Mike Di Palermo, right? The twins. You guys, it was your first week last week. First deals as well. So shout out to you guys as well. That's awesome to see you guys. I know you guys came from Medicare. How does it feel to kind of get like your guys' first deals and jump into the life insurance space? If you guys can share some of that.
Yeah, I'll go first. It's Matt, by the way. We came from private healthcare, where similar type situation, just very different with the whole process. Just getting our feet wet, just taking everything Braden says and just kind of replicating it. But Mike put up what seven, a little bit more than that, I think, in his first week, which is not bad, and I put up about six and change. No, but it feels good. I can see us putting up 40, 50K a month probably in the next few weeks.
Mhm, mhm. That's awesome, bro. That's awesome. I'm happy to hear. So, guys, that they're a testament of like if you're coachable, if you stay to like, just plug and play to like what we already have in place, like the power of that. The other person is Michael Morin. Michael Morin is last week was his first week. He transitioned from mortgage. He took some time off from the industry, and last week was his first week back doing IULs. Stuck to the script, super coachable, is working here with us in person. And he went and did 12K AP his first week just doing IULs. So, I mean, I want you guys to observe like the power of just like keeping it simple, listening to the right people, staying coachable, and the power of that and staying consistent. So, shout out to Morton as well. So it's great to see like a lot of new faces, a lot of new people, start killing it. And we have, a huge wave of new people coming in. So learn from these guys, learn from the top guys. Now, the weekly schedule for this week, if you guys are all new in here, all of you guys should be in here. For Jake and I and whoever other leaders in here, it's very important for us, like for new agents, like for you guys to show up to these meetings because we put these on for you. Like we make this training schedule for you guys, and it's an expenditure of energy for, Kike and Ryan and Braden and, the guys that are doing the trainings. And the purpose of them is to help you guys get better, to help you guys go through the bottlenecks faster, to help you guys learn what you guys need to learn to produce at a higher level quicker. So we need to take advantage of those guys. And the people that don't show up to these meetings and aren't performing the way they need to perform, for us, it just tells us that you don't want to meet us halfway. Like if you're not going to meet yourself halfway, and if you don't want it, right? If you don't want to meet yourself halfway, then why would we meet you guys halfway, right? Why would we have to force you guys to meet us halfway, right? So if you're doing anything under 30,000, what was that? If you're doing anything under 30,000 a month in issue paid business, like you should be on these calls every single day. Like even if you guys think about long term, like if anybody wants to build here that isn't building, like it's a great example to show your agents like, hey, you're always hopping on the trainings, you're always wanting to learn, like always continuing to learn. Like it's just like always setting the pace for your people, your team. So regardless if you're already like doing big numbers, you're not doing big numbers, it just sets a good precedent to your agents and it gives them the example that you're coachable, right? That you want to continue to learn, that you want to be a part of the culture, that you want to like contribute to the culture, that you're going to always show up and be consistent and you're going to be predictable, right? And a huge part of a thriving culture and a thriving community is people that are involved in the culture, people that are predictable, people that have structure, people that have consistency, right? If you observe the people that are more consistent, the people that are more predictable are usually people that have the biggest teams, right? The people that show up regardless, even if you feel like it, if you don't feel like it, that's the definition of discipline, right? Is showing up whether you feel like it or you don't feel like it. Doesn't matter. You operate based off what needs to get done, based off the inputs, based off what's required. You don't show up based off of your emotions. You don't operate based off your emotions. If you operate based off of your emotions, then anything that life throws at you is going to shake you and is going to put you off of your horse, right? So it's not a great way to operate. So for anybody in here, guys, like take these serious, guys. Like we put this on for you guys. Like everybody should be showing up. Everybody should have their cameras on. Everybody should collaborate. Everybody should want to develop. Everybody should continue to stay coachable. Like it might sound corny. I don't care. I don't care like what you guys think. Like this is how it works. Like the the teams that have like even if you think about sports teams at the highest level, they train every single day. So like why do you guys think you're better than that? Why do you guys think that you guys should not train every single day? Like why do you feel like you guys don't need to be coachable? Why do you guys feel like you don't need to continue to learn, right? Like teams, businesses, like they're always training every single day. They're refining their skill set every single day, right? And that's a separator. That's in the details. It's like showing up and doing the basics every single day consistently and predictably and a little bit better every single day. So I want you guys to take it more serious. Like I want you guys to take your development more serious. This is a high income skill. Like everybody thinks that they're just going to come in and just make a ton of money. But it's a high income skill, guys. It takes time to develop the skill set. It takes time to develop, this high income skill, and then there's levels to it, right? And then there's levels to the levels to the levels, right? So I don't want any of you guys to ever think that you guys know everything. Like none of us should ever think that we know everything. We can always learn from like, Kike is doing the training today. Ryan's gonna do the tonality training tomorrow. Like he's killing it. Um, Chris Scott is going to do the training Thursday. Sean Mike running $1 billion company. Like, so like there's a lot of opportunities for growth there. And those little like things that you guys can learn from each call is going to help you guys progress a little bit faster, like 1% better, 1% better, 1% better, 1%. And it starts stacking up over time, right? So the highest performing cultures have structure. They're always consistently training. They're always making their skill set better. Don't think that you're gonna just come in here into this business and not put any training and just show up and like sell a lot of business. Like that's not how it works. Like it doesn't work in any other space like that. It doesn't work in business like that. It doesn't work in sports like that. Like these people are dedicated to their craft. They want to master their craft, right? They continue to show up every day to train. So why would we take this any differently? Like that's what we need to wrap our head around is like, why would we take this any differently? Right. Now, I get that some people want to do their own thing and all that. But like, guys, like we have an incredible group in here. Why not just use each other? Why not leverage each other? Why not leverage each other's groups to, for the whole, right? For legacy as a whole to continue to grow. And we're always going to be able to plug new people into our system. Um, I know it's just like the start of it. So let's like really hit it hard this week. Let's really push the pace. Let's go for a record-breaking week. That leaderboard was weak as fuck this week. So like let's at least double that. Um, and let's continue like to hit it hard. But this is the weekly schedule. So Monday, obviously today we have the morning huddle. And then we have trainings at 12 p.m. Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, no trainings Wednesday and Friday, and then the morning huddle every single morning except Friday. And then Saturday, we also have a morning huddle just to see who wants it, just to see who's in it to work those like Daniel G says, the off hours, right? The off hours to see who wants it bad enough and to separate on Saturdays. Saturdays are to separate, and then Sundays is to prepare for the week. So and then the last thing that I wanted to go over is your schedule. So for new agents, I just wanted to go over my schedule as a producer and as I started to kind of just like, we started to build and recruit and stuff like that. If you're just to give you guys an idea of a structure, maybe some of you guys don't have any structure to like what your schedule should look like throughout the day. For me, obviously, like I'm very adamant about my morning process. I wake up at 4:35, go to the gym, um, I hit the sauna, whatever, I read, and then I jump on the morning huddles. After the morning huddles, I have my dial block. So between after the morning huddle and about 1 p.m., 1:30 p.m., that's like my dial block. So that's where I'll just like dial. Like that's my non-negotiable. I have to dial throughout that time. Like there's nothing that's gonna come in between that. No agent can call me like if it unless it's an emergency, but that's my dial block. So that's where I dial. And then the rest of the day is usually we have the training at 12, but before I would have the trainings at 4 p.m. I would dedicate the rest of the time to recruiting. So getting on recruiting calls or developing a recruiting system or whatever it is with recruiting, giving me a block of time to recruit. And then the other block of time is to develop. So develop agents. So develop the managers, call them, develop new agents here at the house, like helping them out, like maybe just sitting with them and listening to them or at night, listening to their call, like recordings, stuff like that. But I base it around the three things that bring money to the business, which is recruiting, developing, and selling. That's it. Nothing else brings money to the business. Um, and then I spend like 1 hour a day just like on systems, just like on the business, working on the business. Like there's like little details to the business that need to be worked on. So I just like dedicate like an hour to that, not a lot of time, but I always have based around my schedule around those three things. The only three things that we call them money making activities is the only things that make money in the business, which is those three things, guys. So if you guys don't have a structure to the day, be intentional, guys. Be intentional. Like the people that operate at the highest level they have their schedule mapped out. Like they have their everything mapped out. They have the food that they're gonna eat, they have the clothes that they're gonna wear, they know where they're gonna be, like they know like what like meetings they have at what time. They have their day mapped out. Like they know what they're gonna do. Now there has to be some fluidity to it. There's going to be things that are going to come to you that maybe are unexpected. That's okay. That's like when Bruce Lee says, like, be like water. Like you have to be fluid, but have a set structure. Make sure that you're hitting those 3 points on a daily basis. If you're just a producer, just make sure that you have your dial block times, and then you have your back end stuff, so like at least an hour and a half to back end, because there is a lot of things that get missed in the pipeline, like Transamerica underwriting stuff, or Mutual of Omaha, or America. Like you might have to like call a client, or like for retention, right, calling your client 24 hours after, and then calling them once they get that policy packet. At least dedicate like an hour and a half to that throughout the day, like in the middle of the day where it gets slow. Um, and then have your next style block, and then add some time for development and stuff like that. So that's all I have for you guys today is analyze what your schedule looks like. Make sure that there's some structure to it. Make sure that it's intentional. Make sure that every day that you approach it, you know what you're going to do. Make sure that it's around the money making activities, the only things that bring money to the business. Me and Jake have seen it way too often. People focus on the wrong things. They focus on everything other than the things that make money, right? Everything that brings money to the business. Like, systems or leads or whatever it is, like everything other than like what brings money to the business. Like that's where we've seen people like go wrong and allocate their time in the wrong way, and they continue to miss their shots, right? They continue to miss the mark. Um, but that's all I got for you guys. If you guys can start thinking about that, write down your guys' schedule every single day. At night, journal like how the day went. Write down what it's going to look like the next day, and then just attack every day, guys. Attack every day. I was listening to who's the guy that wrote the 21 Irrefutable Laws of Leadership? Maxwell, right? I always forget his name, but it's Maxwell. One of his laws is the law of process. The law of process. And if there's a pattern, right? If you guys like study a lot of the great leaders, there's a pattern, a common law, and his laws are like, like science. They're like this is like a law. It's like the law of gravity. So the law of process is consistency beats intensity every single time, guys. Like just like John Selling said like last week. That's the secret. Everybody's looking for the secret lead. They're always looking for the secret sales process. They're always looking for the secret one-liners. They're always looking for a secret thing, guys. They're always looking for a secret external thing. The secret is in the work. That's the secret. The secret is in the process. The secret is in the work. That's the secret. It's the consistency day after day, doing the right inputs back to back to back to back to back to back to back. And some people can only do it for a month. Some people can only do it for a quarter. Some people never start. Some people can do it for 2 days. Some people can do it for half a year. Some people can do it only for 1 year. And there's only a select few, right, that can do it year after year after year after year after year after year. And then that's where we see a Tom Brady or Michael Jordan or, Nick Saban or, some of these great elite fucking individuals. is just nothing, is nothing special. There's nothing special. There's nothing like magic. It's just like doing the basics over and over, just better every single day. That's it. Consistency, guys. This is a long-term game. We're playing in the infinite game. The only rules of the infinite game is number one, to continue to play it, right? That's like the number one rule is to stay in the game, to stay continuing to play the game, right? It doesn't matter. Like that's all the infinite game is. It's like to continue to play the game. That's the rule. So if you guys can really get that through your guys' heads, that'll stop you guys from thinking so short term, right? And taking short term actions and start thinking in the long term and taking long term actions because we're here for the long run. I'm sure nobody's here, at least I hope nobody's here to make just like a quick bag, right? Or to just like make some money and just like dip, right? I'm sure that everybody here wants to build something. Everybody here wants to provide for the family or for themselves a great life. I'm sure that everybody here is for the long term. I'm sure everybody here wants to create something that's sustainable, that's going to last for a very long time, that can, be passed on to your guys' families. So it's very crucial that you guys start thinking like that. But I fucking appreciate you guys. I love all of you guys. I'm super fucking pumped for this group here. I'm super blessed and grateful to be surrounded with you guys and Jake. Appreciate you a lot, bro. Let's really hit it hard, guys. Let's be grateful for the opportunity that we have. If you guys, if I'm not saying anybody in here, but like if you guys like were convicted as I was convicted in this opportunity and what it can do, and how blessed we are to be in one of the best vehicles there is in the country. This vehicle really allows you to level the playing field with anybody, like level the playing field. Like if you come from no opportunity, a lot of opportunity, nothing, a little bit, middle income, whatever it is, like this opportunity can help you level the playing field out in the world. Like it can really help you level everything out. So get convicted in what we're doing, guys. Like we're so blessed to be in this business. We're so blessed to be in this organization. We're so blessed for like what Sean Mike did, for what Zach did, for what Jake did for us. And it's our job to continue that torch, to continue moving that forward, to continue that progression. Like they've done so much for us. Like it's time for us to like give back and give it all we got, guys. But Jake, you got any job, bro?
That was awesome, dude. Appreciate it. The only thing is 30 minutes. Zach's doing the builders call, so let's make sure that we hop on there. We'll send another reminder 5 minutes before with the link and everything. The link is just going to be in the graphic. I think it's fflbuilderscall.com, but that's where you can get it.
Okay, bet. Well, guys, let's bring the energy, guys. Let's bring the energy up. Come on, guys. So, but appreciate you guys. Let's have a massive day. Love all of you guys, and then I'll see you guys on the leaderboard.
Thanks, brother.
Thanks,
Bye.
Marco.